guys, today we're going to take those polynomials that we added, subtracted, multiplied, and classified, and now we're going to divide them. Now there's two ways that you can divide, but the way that we are going to concentrate for this test is using long division. Before I hit you with polynomial long division though, let's take a look at it with integers. So when you learn this, we would say, okay, take the back number up front and put the front number underneath that big division symbol. Then 7 doesn't go into 1, but it does go into 16 twice. Then multiply it and subtract. So then I get a 2, drop the 1, and start over. 7 goes into 21 3 times. Put the 3 up top. Then we're going to multiply. 3 times 7 is 21. Subtract, and my remainder is 0. So my answer would just be 23. Let's take a look at that again and maybe talk it through a little bit slower. So the number in the back would come up front, and then the number in the front would go underneath that square root symbol. We'd start with how many times does 12 go into 2? It doesn't. So then we go to the next integer. 12 goes into 27 twice. That's where I get 24, because 12 times 2 is 24. Subtract to get 3, then drop the next term, the next piece, which is 7, and then start over. 12 goes into 37 3 times. Multiply that back, I get 36. Subtract, I get 1. Now there's a multiple ways of writing out a remainder, but the way I want you to do it is writing it as a fraction. So I have 23 and 1/12. So the remainder of the fraction, or the denominator rather, is the little number up front. Now let's do it with polynomials. So 3x plus 1 is going to come up front, and that 15x squared plus 8x minus 12 is going to go in the back. The part of the binomial up front I want you to concern yourself with is 3x. Ask yourself, what do I have to multiply 3x by to make it 15x squared? We're going to need a 5x. Now we're going to take that 5x and multiply it by both terms up front to get 15x squared and 5x. Draw a line, then change the signs of the blue. That's the subtraction piece. The first part should always cancel out. Now, once I simplify what I have in pink, the pink tells you start over. What do I multiply 3x by to keep it 3x? 1. Distribute the 1 in the binomial up front. So that's going to give me 3x and 1. Draw a line, change the signs for subtraction. Now combine like terms. When I get this negative 13, I'm done. So now let's write out our answer. 5x plus 1 plus negative 13 over 3x plus 1. The process is the same. Now you just have x's involved. Now, when you go to start these problems, you do need to double check that your polynomials are in standard form and every term is represented past the largest, or every exponent rather. So this one's going to need some doctoring. We're going to have 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus 0x plus 10. We need that 0x as a placeholder. So now we can set it up. X minus 2 comes up front. Then we have 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus 0x plus 10. Now we ask ourselves, what do I have to multiply that x by to make it 3x cubed? That's going to need a 3x squared. Now distribute it to the binomial up front. 3x cubed is what it should say, minus 6x squared. Draw a line, change the signs. If that was a cubed, it would cancel out, so I'm going to keep it going. We have 10x squared. Now drop our 0x. Pink tells me start over. What do I have to multiply x to make it 10x squared? 10x. Now distribute it. So we're going to have 10x squared minus 20x. Draw a line, change the signs. That should cancel, combine like terms. I've got 20x plus 10. Pink says start over. What do I have to multiply x by to make it 20x? 20. Now distribute it in. I'm going to have 20x minus 40. Draw a line and change the signs. So now when I combine like terms, I've got 50. There's no way that I can make an x of 50, so that tells me to stop. So my final answer is 3x squared plus 10x plus 20 plus 50 over x minus 2. Now, when you go to do number 3, after you see a problem, this problem is a really good time to pause the video and try it on your own. Then when you feel ready, press play. So we're going to start this one out the exact same way. The binomial is good to go. The polynomial is good to go. So when we set it up, I've got x minus 3 and then x squared minus 5x. And we're going to go through this whole procedure. What you're going to notice is that my math is going to speed up since you've seen it before. Okay, keep drawing the line, changes the signs. I have everything color-coded here. So pink means, hey, take a pause and start over. So now for this one, you should have gotten your answer was x plus 8 plus negative 4 over x minus 3. Now with number 4, this one's going to have something a little new. First of all, that polynomial is not in standard form, so let's fix it. And now we have a trinomial up front. It's okay, it looks a little bit different, but the process is going to be exactly the same. Still only concern yourself with that front one. Just when you go to distribute the 2x that's in blue, you're just going to distribute it 3 times. I'm still going to draw my line and change my signs and simplify. Then bring the next term down. Pink tells me start over. So now I'm going to need a 3. Distribute the 3 into the 3 terms this time. Draw a line, change the sign. So now I have 11x minus 13. This time, I cannot make an x squared an x, so that tells me I'm done. Another way of thinking of it is you want to go 1 power less, tells you cannot divide anymore. Now, I know there's not any more practice problems on the PDF that I provided. However, I do want to take a look at one more to show you something else that can happen. So let's take a look at this division problem. So up front, I'm going to bring my 5x squared minus 3x plus 2. Underneath my square root, I've got 20x cubed plus 23x squared minus 13x plus 9. Only concern yourself with the front one. So I'm going to need a 4x to make it 20x cubed, distribute it in, draw my line, change the signs. That's your subtraction piece. So when I combine like terms, I've got 35x squared minus 21x plus 9 after I drop the term down. Pink tells me start over. So now I'm going to need a 7. Distribute the 7 in. So I've got 35x squared minus 21x and 14. Draw a line, change the signs. Notice that this time 2 pieces cancel. Yep, that can happen. Think of it as a blessing. It just means you have less math you have to do. So now when I go to combine my terms, I've got negative 5. Then I just have to write out my solution and I'm done. So I have 4x plus 7 plus negative 5 over 5x squared minus 3x plus 2. Now we just need to practice.